Omnichannel is the only way to recruit agents today. The cheats don't work, right? We've experienced this, and half-assing it doesn't work either. You've got to
Correct.
go whole hog with this thing.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot, haven't we?
Yeah, and I mean, we know that agents don't pursue marketing campaigns to the extent they need to see results. They'll send a postcard out once to a group of people and then never again, whereas you need 7, 8, 9 touches from that. As a broker, you're selling your brokerage to agents. You're attracting agents to your brand. What is your employing broker brand? For the most part, they don't have one.
No, they don't. And that's
What
obviously,
makes you
again,
different, right? We're going to charge, a lot of it is how much can I get away with charging an agent and still get them to join?
well, yeah, it feels like they're putting their toe in the water there, really, just to test see what they can't get away with. And sometimes it's scary to an agent to join a brokerage firm where they feel like they're just another number. Agents don't want to feel like there's another number. They want to feel part of the growth and the success with a broker.
They want to feel like they're joining something, right?
Exactly.
Not just as every other broker. This is why brokers have the reputation of taking my money. How much a lot of agents come with the mindset of my broker takes all of my money and doesn't do anything in return for it. And there's offices and there's printing and there's business cards and there's all of these things which are really pretty basic.
Very
If
basic.
you scale it back, right? They've got a printer at home. They don't need to be in the office. They can order their own business cards.
Yeah.
And they should order their own business cards. They're an independent contractor. This isn't value to agents. This is just, it's a small gesture when really the brokers are asking the question, how much can I charge this person? And it's a consideration for how much are you going to pay this person, but also what value you bring in. If you put it in terms of a shop or some other kind of service that you pay for, you're really looking for the offering to the agent over and above just, we're going to bring you in and give you some business cards and I'm going to see, can I charge $99 a month versus $50 a month? And you're literally stepping over dollars to pick up pennies in the grand scheme of things.
But then on the
Because
flip side of it, with an agent moaning perhaps about, the price that they're being charged, or if they've got any queries, because a lot of these brokers seem to be the same. Nothing seems to really change. So does that then, obviously, would I ask them the question, okay, is this broker fully capable of doing their job potentially? Is there any doubt in their mind where they feel like they may be let down in an area that they're not confident in, perhaps, and they may just be blaming the broker playing that game? There is that side of it as well, where I do feel like sometimes it is unfair on the broker just to get the stick a lot of the time, when I think it's all down to the ability of the agent as well.
the reason that brokers can't hire agents is because their strategy is wrong. In effect, it is marketing, and they're ineffective at recruitment marketing, the same way that 75% of realtors that didn't do a single transaction last year are ineffective at real estate marketing to find themselves clients. And these two things go hand in hand. It's a trickle-down approach, but omni-channel is the way to go. And the cheat codes don't work. So we'll take an example from today when a broker sent me a 40 megabyte Excel file containing a list of agents that he'd bought. There are 65,535 agents in this list. It's 4 years old.
Outdated.
Outdated. If you were to take this list of 65,000 plus agents and load them into a MailChimp account to start with, you'd be paying $680 a year for the account, which is not terrible. However, you're immediately violating their terms of service, because right off the bat, they do not allow you to insert purchase lists. And the thing about MailChimp is they know what these lists look like, because don't think that these list brokers don't sell this same list to every other broker in the area. So real estate is real-estate. They're one of the primary resource, Dr. Bill, and he sells mailing lists. As soon as you upload that list into MailChimp, they'll block your account. The payment's already gone for the $700, and your account's blocked. Any questions that you're going to answer are still going to be violating their terms of service. This will include constant contacts and anybody else that you can think of. None of them allow you to upload a purchase list. Why? Because that is spam. So this list is completely useless. You've wasted your money on the list. You've wasted your money on the MailChimp account to start sending to. And then on top of all of that, there's the email design, the fact that your domain name will probably get blocked if you were to have managed to get as far as doing a send, because as soon as people start hitting spam on that email that they receive, then you get the negative reflection against your email design, all of the negative reflection against your email domain, which then in turn means that your business email to your customers is going to start bouncing and going to the junk folders there as well. So it's just not a way to move forward with it, because even if all of the stars aligned and you manage to get an email out and some of them manage to hit the inbox, agents still aren't going to respond, because every other broker is trying this. And the same thing goes for the cold calling. How many people do you know, Liam, that hired either a Filipino or somebody local that is doing cold calling for them?
Yeah, exactly.
And how does that work out for them?
Well, you're on about this guy that's having someone cold calling 2 hours a day. They're doing absolutely zero. As a business, surely you would think, okay, why am I doing this? And I just think I don't think they can really sit back and think, do you know what? Something's failing here and I might need a...
The consistency is a big part of this. And I just had a conversation with you about this, which is we need to be able to measure everything. And unless we can cold call every day and do 100 phone calls a day, there's no way to measure that. And they're not doing it 2 hours a day. The consistency, I know for a fact, is not enough calls that they're making if they're only doing that many per week. I know that only 3 people out of every 100 that they call will answer the phone, because that's statistically what we've had. We've done all of these things. We've tried all of these things. We've been doing this for 15 years. What works is inbound. As it stands with the cold email outreach and the cold calling outreach, they don't know you, they don't trust you, and you don't look any different than any other broker in town. And agents don't join brokerages, they join brands. So step 1 is to create an employing broker brand. You need to make your shop look like the place to work in town. And that's where we come in, right? You don't need a list, and that's where we come in. We make your brokerage look like the place to work, the one with the employing broker brand, because none of the other brokers have it, and they're not omni-channel. So cold calling alone doesn't work. Email alone doesn't work. Facebook ads alone doesn't work. All of these strategies independently do not work. You have to hit them on every channel at the same time. Email, phone, SMS, landing pages, social, video, iViso, which is AI, voice, and search optimization, web retargeting, drip campaigns, absolutely everything all at once. If an agent can see it, hear it, watch it, click it, or search it, we will get your brokerage in front of those eyes. And that will attract, with an employing broker brand, somewhere that makes your place look exciting, like the technology that's not just, here's a CRM. Engagement. We've got a community here. Come join a community of agents. We'll put the tools in place. We'll put the onboarding in place. We'll help you in supporting the agents, because all we need to do to win an agent over is from the get-go provide fanatical customer support to them, and they are our customers.
That's it. That's engagement, making sure they're looked after, making sure they've got the tools to do their job and do it properly. And why we stand out, and this is why we get results, we're doing something different, maybe no other people are doing, and it's consistency.
It really starts with that level of customer care, and just creating a delightful experience from the first interaction with the brokerage. So whether that is us picking up the phone, and our average response time to an agent is 32 seconds. They don't get that anywhere else. That's not something that you can buy. That's something that we've cultivated over years and years to put a tactical team in place to hit this thing with surgical precision. And on every channel, all at once, they'll see the brokerage everywhere. And that's what works. That's what attracts them. And that's what creates a flywheel that spins 24 hours a day. The email notifications that you may or may not hear on my phone right now are agents joining brokerages as we're talking. Those agents are attracted. They're coming in from ChatGPT. They're coming in from social media. They're coming in from YouTube. They're coming in from email. They're calling in. They're using the live chat on landing pages. They're finding our brokerages on Google search everywhere. And every agent comes in from a different channel, but we can see the whole interaction history, and they've interacted with other channels. It wasn't a singular decision, and it was not a singular email
But
that
we've
got that
noticed as
agent.
well, like business through, for example, YouTube. We've really just started doing these chats quite recently. And we've already noticed people commenting about, obviously when they call up, they know who we are because they've seen this or seen a short, for example. It's all about knowing your market and knowing what platforms they may be using as well. YouTube's big, everyone's on YouTube.
If you're a broker looking to hire 50 to 200 or more agents this year, this is the channel to subscribe to. If you've got questions, start the chat with a comment. Reach out to us. Visit us on the web at MNKY.agency. Everything we do for the brokerages, we do for ourselves first. Everything that we do for the brokerages, we also do for the agents, the full backing of our marketing agency for lead generation to help the agents grow their careers as well. So it's a trickle-down effect, and we're a true real estate brokerage growth agency. That includes growing the brokerage in terms of team and providing the systems, tools, technology, and resources to enable brokers just to plug and play into a tried and tested, optimized system, as well as agents to be able to grow the amount of business that they're doing and implement support strategies that just leave them delighted. Another thing that we've implemented that's been a massive success, with the first one that we rolled out today, was our real estate recruiting broker power hour. The real estate recruitment broker power hour is a sharing of knowledge, questions, feedback, experience from brokers all across the country. And on a whim, I decided to send out to a few hundred brokers that inquired about our agent recruitment partnership program for them to share their experience. And the typical one is that they've plateaued. They are not hiring any more agents than they're losing. And they've got internal recruiters, they're making cold calls, they're asking to meet at Starbucks. And the story across the board is that these sales methods don't work. You've got to use an attraction method, and Omnichannel is the only way to do that. Today, agents need to self-serve. They need to come to the decision to join your brokerage alone, and we're the ones that bring the brand. We create that excitement. We will make your brokerage the best place in town where agents want to work. We'll bring the fire, we'll bring the energy, we'll bring the excitement to something that is fundamentally quite boring. But there are so many ways that we can make real estate recruitment unboring for agents, because brokers on the whole just don't put the effort into that. They're trying to cheat, they're trying to fast track the system, and like a lot of things in real estate, it's a lazy approach. And don't worry about the process. Trust it. It's tried, tested, and proven, will guide every step of the way. The recruitment power hour, we're going to roll these out on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to get a couple of hundred brokers on the invite list. If you're interested in that, we'll send out a link to subscribe. You'll find that in the comments here. Subscribe to our channel and you'll get updates on everything that we're doing. We'll share the power hour as a recording if you can't make the live calls, but we'll take questions from the previous one, carry that over into the next. But it's different brokers with different topics on every call and everything that brokers need to know about recruiting, with information on a macro scale. So feedback from other brokers nationwide on what's working for them, what's not working for them, and how we're overcoming hurdles that we're experiencing. So we're at the forefront, the cutting edge of the market as it ebbs and flows, with different techniques, different offerings to agents from brokerages all across the country. We're the guys in the know. Anyway, any questions, leave those in the comments and let's get growing.